Everybody, it's Bill with Franklin Loan Center. Today is Wednesday, July 13th, and just want to talk today about the inflation number that came out this morning, CPI. Of course, all the headlines, it's like record high, 9.1%, definitely running high, and of course, we're all feeling it. But like this is totally to be expected. It's going to be happening for the next couple of months. As I've talked about a couple of times based on stuff that I've seen from Mortgage MBS Highway, it's just in the numbers. These next few months, this month and the next couple of months from last year, we're actually running under expectations. And so what happens is when we do the averaging for the year over year number, we're rolling off a really low number and replacing it with a much higher number. Just the law of averages says that we're going to see inflation run hotter than expected for the next handful of months. Now, at the same time, there's also a bunch of data coming out that's starting to make it look like, there are actual signs of the economy slowing down. Google announced this morning that they're going to slow hiring, not stop hiring or issue any, pink slips. But they're going to slow hiring. That's a big sign. Of course, Google's a huge company. So I think these are the things that are out there. That means that, what the Fed is doing is having the desired effect. It's cooling things off. And eventually that's going to bring inflation down. And then, you get into the latter part of this year and we're going to be in a spot where actually the numbers, just the averages, start to become more favorable as well. So you can expect to see it, slowing down at that point. There's still bigger, kind of global factors at work here. So who knows? And we're going to get to a spot where we're finally seeing inflation back down at that target of 2%, I think they changed it to 2 to 2.5%. So we could be a ways until we see that. But even seeing it start to come down, I think you're going to start to see the, bonds and things like that start to react in a more positive way, bring rates down. So, and I think today it's sort of indicative of that. The market, so last month's CPI number sort of was on the high side again, as expected, but the market hated it. And bonds had a few horrible days in a row. I mean, we saw rates go up 0.5 percentage point in just a handful of days. Whereas today, actually, it was very muted. There was hardly, the immediate reaction was for the worse, meaning bonds went down, rates went up. But then as the day went on, everything sort of equalized out and we actually ended up a few basis points up, which is good. So I think just don't panic. Hold off here. We're going to see, we've been saying this for a while, expect rates to kind of stay in this band where we are for the next handful of months. And then, once things settle down and we start to see that inflation numbers come down, hopefully the latter part of this year, we'll start to see rates come back down a bit too. So that's all I've got for today. Please like, share, comment, and I will see you all next week.